Hello and welcome back to the You Love to See It YouTube channel. My name is Jake. This is going to be the next episode in my 2024 projection series, and today we have a pretty fun one going on. But before I get into that, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, it's free, it helps me out a lot. Please, thank you. Today we're going to continue with the rotation. At our 4 spot, we are going to talk about Bryce Miller.
Bryce Miller had a great year.
He got him! What a spot!
A swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. He dots him up.
Oh, got him. What a pitch, making him look bad.
Bryce ended up debuting for us last year on May 2nd against the Oakland A's, where he went 6 innings of 2 hit ball, gave up 1 earned run, and got 10 strikeouts. One of the best debuts from a pitcher I've seen in a long time. Before he came up, he was known for his elite fastball, and it played pretty decently at the major league level. He threw it 56% of the time, but the league eventually did catch up to him a bit. However, he remained pretty solid for us for the rest of the year. His 2023 ended with an 8-7 record, 131.1 innings pitched, a 4.32 ERA, 1.9 FWAR, 1.14 whip, and 119 strikeouts, which from a rookie coming in the middle of May due to, I believe it was Marco Gonzalez's injury that brought him in, I would argue those stats are pretty good, especially from a number 4 starter. I like it a lot. Less than a 4.5 ERA, had a winning record at the end of the day, had a pretty good amount of strikeouts for such limited playing time. Now, leaving 2023, the big question for Bryce was, is he going to be able to develop that off-speed or breaking pitch to play off of his fastball to make him a more lethal pitcher? Because although his fastball is fantastic, one of the best in the league, you can't just rely on a fastball in the show. And from what we've seen this offseason so far, he developed a splitter, which may ring kind of familiar to you because that's exactly what Logan Gilbert did, and it played very well for him last year. I say it in his video, but when he got that splitter and introduced it last year, it ended up only having a 175 batting average against, a 34.7 whiff rate, and a strikeout rate of 46.3%. Now, do I want to go into next year assuming that a splitter is going to be that good? No, and I don't really think that's fair. However, from what I've seen, and especially with the videos he's posted, it looks like it's going to play pretty well off that fastball. Ends up breaking down and into right-handed hitters, and I guess that would be a way for lefties. And so I think that coupled with this fastball, if he can really tunnel that well, it's going to be a pretty good weapon for him. But let's get into the Zips projections, which, if you don't know what Zips is, it is a software made by Dan Zimborski. You can go follow him on Twitter, that predicts players' future success based off of underlying metrics. What those metrics are, I don't know. I'm not that smart. But Bryce Miller's 2024 projections per Zips is an 8-7 record, 139.3 innings pitched, a 3.88 ERA, 2.1 FWAR, 1.18 whip, and 121 strikeouts. To start off, same win record that he had last year. It is projecting him for pretty much only playing 1 extra game than he did last year, which is going to be incorrect. The plan is that he is going to start the season in the rotation, and there's not going to be an innings limit. So they're hoping they could probably get 190 out of him. Granted, the only way that is going to change is if he gets injured, which, crossing our fingers, doesn't happen. One thing to note is it says his ERA is going to be pretty significantly lower than it was last year, going from 4.32 to 3.88. And I will say, if we can have 4 starting pitchers under 4 in ERA, I'm going to be thrilled. And his whip would be equal to Logan Gilbert in that department. So, I mean, if he can kind of close the gap a little bit to Logan Gilbert already, that would be a absolutely stellar season for Bryce Miller. But what do I think he's going to do in 2024? I think he's going to be close in both ERA and whip. I think he could hit that under 4 mark, which would be amazing. I would love it. I think he's going to be slightly higher in FWAR too, because we have to remember, like I said, there's an innings discrepancy there where it thinks he's only going to play basically like from starting of May to the end of the year, whereas they're hoping he's going to play a full year. So those numbers are going to jump up a lot. So we kind of have to take these numbers with a grain of salt due to that innings pitch that it says. I would expect the FWAR and the strikeouts to be pretty significantly higher. And if this is the year that Bryce Miller has at our 4th in the rotation, I would argue it'd have to be top 3 rotation in baseball, which we kind of already knew. But with those projections, that feels like it would seal the deal if that were to actually occur. And at that point, I mean, you're talking about maybe a few years away from a Cy Young contender as well. We don't know, and we have Bryce for quite a while. But the name of the game for Bryce is going to be that splitter working wonders for him. He needs that breaking or off-speed pitch to play off the fastball. That splitter could be the lotto ticket for that. But I'd love to know what you think about Bryce Miller and how you think he's going to play in 2024. You can comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. But other than that, that's going to be it for me for this episode. The next one in the projection series is going to be ending out the rotation with Brian Wu. Once again, you can subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it a lot. You can leave a like. It is free to do both of those things. That is going to be it for me, and I will see you later.